Welcome and karibuni to Aroma of Zanzibar. Today I'm going to share with you how I'm making my chicken sambusa. So I'm using about 2 medium-sized chicken breasts, and I've added about 1.5 cups of water, 1 tablespoon of fresh ginger and garlic paste, 1 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, and 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, as well as 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. Now you can add more, or you can reduce, or you can use whatever type of seasoning that you like to use. And I also used 2 lemons that gave me about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Okay, my heat is on medium, and then I also like to add about 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil for some moisture, and some salt to taste. And we are going to bring this to a boil. But before that, you just want to stir it a little bit to make sure that all the ingredients are well distributed. And then once it comes to a boil, I reduce the heat, cover it, and let it simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes until your chicken is nice and tender, or your liquid is almost dried, as you can see. My chicken was well cooked, so I just flip it on the other side to get all that goodness, and you can see the juices, or the liquid is really, really nice and thick. And then I let it cook for about 5 minutes. Then once it cooled, I like to use a food processor, but you can shred it with a fork, that's fine. Now, if you're going to use a food processor like what I did only 2 pulses. So you're just going to do it 1 time and then second time. Otherwise, your chicken will become powder. You know, this thing is very strong. So I like a texture. So this is just a 2 pulse to get this kind of texture. All right, so now we are ready to mix this with the rest of the ingredients. And I'm just going to put it in a nice clean bowl. Now, by the way, you can make this ahead of time and cover it well. But most of the times I don't use onions when I mix it until when I'm ready to cook. So I used 1 large onion that I chopped and 1 large carrot. Now, you can use more, you can use less. I did not use all of it, as you can see it at the corner there. I just used maybe a cup of each. And you can use red or yellow onion, that doesn't matter. And 1 bunch of cilantro. And there was green chili that I used also. It disappeared with the cilantro, but I used 1 green chili. And I decided to add more seasoning. Now, you are going to taste this before you add your seasoning. So I ended up using about 1 tablespoon of coriander, 1 tablespoon of cumin, maybe 1.5 tablespoon of black pepper, and some extra red chili powder. So you can, do it however you like it. Okay, this is what suits me. So if you think you need more or you need less, please go ahead and do that. And of course, some extra salt, and mix it well. So now for my glue, I've got some all-purpose flour. You can use any type of measurement. This was some extra flour that I had from making the sambusa wraps. And I added some water. You just want a nice consistency. Now, many of you have asked me to show how to fold the sambusa using the ready-made pastry. This is what I normally use, and I just thaw it for 15 minutes and cut it into strips, 3. But today I made my own strips that are almost, if I'm not mistaken, the same as the ready-made ones. So the way I fold is the same, and this will be in another video because the video was way too long. So I like to make like that, whatever you call, and another triangle like that. So we have a pocket inside, which I should have shown you before I filled it in. And then I'm going to put my filling inside. Now you can hold it if you want. So this is a different Manda, as we call it, or wrap, than the first one that I did. Okay, and I like to use a toothpick or a bamboo skewer to push it in so it goes all the way till the angle, at the bottom. And add more if you want your sambusa big. And then we're just going to do it like that. Very simple. And then if you want to stop here, fine. But if you want to add more, you can use the edible glue. And that's it. It's very, very simple. Just do it one side and then the other side and the other side. And then we're going to glue it again. Now over here, please make sure that your glue is well done. Mine was not. As you can see, it's very little. And I'll show you the results when you don't put proper glue. So now we're ready to fry the sambusas. Make sure that your grease is not hot. Swahili, Zanzibari sambusas, we do not fry them in hot grease. And I'll show you why at the end. Okay, so you put your sambusas and keep your heat on medium and it will catch up. So as you can see, it's just starting to heat up and now it's almost, when you can flip your sambusas on each side frequently just to make sure that you're getting a nice even color. Okay, so now they're ready and this is how I like them. We're just going to put them in a paper towel and no, they do not have grease inside. Okay, they're not soggy. They do not become soggy. All right, so now we are done and I will show you how nice my sambusas are. Now we are ready to serve our sambusas. As you can see them, they are nice and golden and they look very, very sleek. All right, so these are the ones that I have fried in room temperature oil. And this is the one that has been fried in hot oil. As a matter of fact, I turned it off and then I waited for 10 minutes and then I dipped this in. They come with a kind of pimple. It's not wrong, but in our culture, we don't do this way, all right? So we like ours nice and sleek and sexy, just like this. And when you cut them in or take a bite and you want to hear that crunch, and you know this is a perfect sambusa. All right? And I'll show you how we eat our sambusa. You're going to squeeze in your lemon or lime, whatever you have. Please make sure there are no seeds like mine because you don't want to eat that bitter seed. It's going to mess up the whole experience. Okay, so you're just going to squeeze in that and then you're going to put a little bit of chutney and you take a bite. You see how easy is that? And this is the one that is cooked with the hot oil. So thank you so much. For more recipe, please visit me at Aroma of Zanzibar. You'll find all the measurements and ingredients in the description box below and on this very last page.